welcome back to the Mafuba Jar, where you've been sealed away for another awesome video. And today, as you guys see on your screens, we're going to be discussing the Errata cards we have received news of recently. Now, don't let this fool you. Just because this says Errata cards, that doesn't mean all of them are receiving rule changes or anything like that. Some of them are just grammatical corrections, but there are a good amount of cards here who are going to be receiving rule changes and changes to what they do and stuff like that. So without any further delay, we're going to go ahead and start looking at them right now. And I believe that these take effect on March 9th when set 3 comes out. I don't know about all of them, but I know a good amount of them take place then. So let's look at the first one here. Friend Summoning Sun Gohan. This is one of those that's really just more of a grammatical thing than anything else. I could be wrong because this is set 1, and me and Chris did not start the game till set 2. So I'm not sure how much playability this card saw, but the original text is, when you play this card, look at the top 7 cards of your deck, choose up to one equivalent among them and add it to your hand. Now, this never said shuffle the cards back into your deck. However, it never said what to do with the rest of the cards either, so take this with a grain of salt, guys. I'm no judge or any official, but I'm assuming that from the beginning, you just went with shuffle your deck afterwards. So I think more than anything, this is just putting that in there that wasn't there before. But again, I could be wrong. Alright, next up here is going to be the Bobbity Leader card from set 2. And you can see right here, this is another just a typo correction. Because right here, when the auto once per turn, it kind of covers up the when a little bit. But right here, it's not going to be covering it up. So it's saying that when the new amount of set 2 gets released, the when part will not be covered. So, like I said, we get stuff like that. And we get stuff like this too that does kind of mess with the playability a bit here. The original wording for Prodigy Fusion Super Saiyan Gotenks was place one of each of the specified card name with the same power into your drop area and play this card. And the new one is saying that you could place them to the drop area from your hand. So, very similar to the new Gotenks we just got from the Hero and Villain box. So this does kind of mess with the playability a little bit, actually helping its playability. Because instead of having to have the Goten and Trunks on field, you can just drop them from hand and play this for 2 energy. So, that does make this card a little bit better. Alright. Next up here is the Errata on Time Ring. Now, even though if you take a good read at it, it looks like they're errataing it, but they really aren't. It really is just a grammatical thing. Because it says that if you have 4 or more energy, you add 2 instead for Goku, Black, or Zamasu. And it says add the choose up to 2 instead. So basically, it just didn't really make much grammatical sense. So they changed it to where it just looks better, but it's the same exact effect. Because even with the old Time Ring, you were always able to choose up to 2, even if you had 4 more energy. So again, this is just making the wording look a little bit neater. But I do like the fact that they are paying attention to that and are trying to correct it. So I will give Bandai that. Alright, so next up is Destined Theed Krillin. Again, this is just one of those grammatical things. Because it says right here, you can play this card from you hand, and they're going to correct it that says play the card from your hand. So again, doesn't mess with any playability. It's very subtle. But once again, I do appreciate the fact that they've noticed this stuff and are going to be correcting them. Alright. Next up here is the Occupation of Evil Frieza promo. Now, the change here is its activate main. It says place up to two of your yellow battle cards other than this card in a drop area, then choose up to 1 Golden Frieza the Resurrected Terror from your hand and evolve into this. But there technically is no card named Golden Frieza the Resurrected Terror. It was just Golden Frieza Resurrected Terror. But this, I know for a fact, this was never really an issue because we all knew what it meant. So it's just more of a cleanup grammatical thing just to make it sound better and to have it more correct. So this never really messed with any playability wise. Alright. Next up here is Ability Unleash Ultimate Gohan. Now the errata here is that its character name was originally just Gohan Adolescence, but the correct character name they're saying here is Son Gohan Adolescence. Once again, I'm not saying this for sure, but I'm pretty sure that the competitive scene and all the judges had already adapted to this being a Son Gohan card. But again, guys, I could very well be wrong on that. considering how I have yet to actually go to a huge competitive event myself. So, again, you take my words with a grain of salt. I'm just giving you my personal opinion on it from what I've seen at my locals. But if it hasn't been treated as a Sun Gohan, then that's actually a very big thing now. But, again, I don't know for sure. So don't kill me in the comment section, guys. Pretty please? Alright. Next up here is Whis Sacred Guard, and now we're getting into where stuff can really affect playability. Alright. So when you read Whis' original permanent, it says that this card cannot be KO'd by your opponent's card skills and does not leave the battle area due to skills. And the errata is going to be, this does not leave the battle area due to your opponent's skills. And that does actually matter, because you were able to play, before, with that wording, you were able to play cards like KO, the blue Golden Frieza, and your Whis wouldn't be affected because it doesn't leave the battle area due to skills. But it's now specifying your opponent's skills, so if you play something like KO, or the blue Golden Frieza, or anything that would affect your own field, the Whis is now affected by your own cards. So, that does matter. Makes it a little bit more fair, in my opinion. Alright, and the same exact thing goes for Warrior of the Gods Goku Black. His skill here says, this does not leave the battle area due to skills, and now it's being changed to your opponent's skills. Sorry about that. So, that actually does affect it. So now your own stuff can affect this, whether it be good or bad. But, again, I do kind of agree with that rule change. Alright, and for Divine 8 Vados, and this is going to be the same one for all 4 of the original combo cards we got from set 1, so I'm not going to bother going through every single one. But basically, this is now going to be treated as a super combo card, which we went over in the set 3 review. So, you can only include up to 4 cards with super combo in your deck. So, on top of the new super combo cards that we're getting in set 3, these 4 are now considered super combo cards. So, we can't add 4 of these and 4 of a super combo, because that honestly would have been just too broken. That would have completely broke the game, so I completely agree with Bandai's decision on this. So, yes, the original set 1 combo cards, yes guys, can't stress this enough, they are now super combo cards. And it says that following the release of set 3 on March 9th, this card will be considered to have the errata card text. So, I guess what that means is that, like, all future printings of these cards are going to say super combo on them. That's just what I'm gathering from them. It would definitely make it a lot easier for newer players if it did. Alright. And now we are into Mind Controlling Babidi, which, personally, I feel this was just the most painful one to look at. Because its original text is auto when you play this card. Now the new auto is if you have 6 or more red energy when you play this card. You look at the top 7 of your deck, choose up to 2 red battle cards with 25 power or less, and play them. Which, that's just ouch! Like, that just beat down this card entirely. Because the main idea was just to ramp up your energy to 6, top them off for Babidi, and then do that play. Because you would normally mix the Babidi with blue, because that was really the only way we had to accelerate energy. But now if all 6 of them had to be red, that really hurts this card's playability a lot. Honestly, the only deck I could still see playing Mind Controlling Babidi close to full power would be with the Vegeta leader from set 2, which makes all Goku and Vegeta in your energy area all 3 colors. So you could still accelerate it with objection and all that. As long as they're all Goku or Vegeta, they'll all be treated as red, and you can still get out Babidi quicker. But again, that's the only deck I can currently see. So I'm not really sure why they did this to Babidi. Like, I mean, he is really powerful. Like, I do get it. I do get that he was powerful. I don't know. I guess there was like some kind of combo with this with the Mecha Frieza leader. But why didn't they write that one? Yeah, I don't know, guys, but myself and a lot of players I know think that the Golden Frieza should, not Golden Frieza, the Mecha Frieza leader from the drop boxes should have been eroded. And yeah, I agree, that card's just way too good, but who knows? Maybe in the future they will, or maybe even the leaders from set 3 will just power creep that card completely. Only time will tell. And let me check here. Yep, last up is going to be thinks he's the best Hercule from set 3. And this is just kind of more of a grammatical thing than anything else, but it kind of isn't. Because the original text, when it says, place them at the bottom of your deck, it has a period, then it goes to then as the next sentence. So that would imply that these are two separate skill effects, activations. Well, with the new correction of grammar here, this just confirms that it's all just one skill. So, like I said, it's mostly grammatical, but kind of isn't at the same time, because it lets you know that it's one skill and not two. So, there you guys go. That does it for all of the errata cards. Hopefully you liked this video. Nowhere near as long as a set review one, thank goodness. Again, to any of you guys that stood through that set review video, you guys are true champions. But, again, I do hope you enjoyed this video as well, and hope you guys learned something about the cards here. Because, like I said, a lot of them are grammatical things, but stuff like the Bobbity, the combo cards from set 1, that stuff was really important. So, it's definitely good to know if you're trying to get into the competitive scene of Dragon Ball Super. And that's about all I've got to say for you guys for now. So if you like this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And you have been released.